This divine grace of which we are not in the song. Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. This is divine Krishna Bhakti Saraswati. Goswami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna Bhakti Saraswati. This is divine Krishna. Lord Vishnu Prabhuji Maharaj ki. Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki. Vaishnava Sarvasva Jagannath Das Prabhuji Maharaj ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Prem Se Bhoj Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Sri Gaura Bhakta Shri Radha Gopishna Bhagwan Gopal Vinasham Punarada Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Giriraj Govardhan Ki Sri Rup Sanatana Bhattananda Sri Jiva Gopal Bhattadasa Shri Goswami Prabhu Ki Rajva Sharnandam Ki My Pranadi Dham Ki Purushottam Akshara Jagannath Dham Ki Krishna Nityananda Sudhamani Ki Vindhyavana Ki Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Nidai Gaura Primanande All glories to Singh All glories to Singh All glories to Singh All glories to Singh Shri Guru Shiva Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari
जय श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की जय, की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, हरे पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। ओम ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे श्रीचैतन्य कृष्णामृतं भूतले स्वयं रूपकलां ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्दे श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतानन्दं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं वेदान्तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् ललितं श्रीविष्णुं श्रीमते वेदान्तस्वामी निर्विशेषार्थं देवं हे कृष्ण सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी देवी जय श्री कृष्ण हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम भगवते वासुदेवाय वासुदेव प्रत्यननं चैव देवी सरस्वती अष्टप्राणेषु नित्यं भागवतसे As this is said this after me, this is 9th and 5th chapter. मात्रेण तीर्थपदं किं वशिष्यते मात्रेण भवति तस्य तीर्थपदं किं वा वशिष्यते Men together, Prabhu this. Yannam, holy name of the Lord. Sruti Mantrena, simply by hearing. Man, person, Bhavati becomes. Nirmalaha, purified. Tasya, him, Tirtapada, Lord, at whose feet are the holy places. Kimva, what? Dasanam, servants. Avasishyate, remains to be done. Translation by Divine Grace of Prabhupada. Okay. What is impossible for the servants of the Lord? By the very hearing of His holy name, one is purified. Please repeat. What is impossible for the servants of the Lord? By the very hearing of His holy name, one is purified. So, this is the verse you'll be amazed to know, spoken by Durvasami to Ambarish Maharaj. Durvasa is appreciating Ambarish's greatness. So he's glorifying the devotee in various ways in the previous verses. Right? My dear King, today I have experienced the greatness of the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for although I have committed an offense, you have prayed for my good fortune. Aho anantadasan madham vishtamadhyame kritagasopi yadраjan gadani sanihasi. That's this verse. I tried to kill you, but you protected me, he's saying. You saved my life. So there's the greatness of the Lord's devotees. Dushkaram kon sadhuna दुष्टप्पा महात्मना जैत्वं गृहीतो भगवान् वृषभो हरिः. Who will achieve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of the pure devotees. What is impossible to do and what is impossible to give up? So in this way, he is glorifying Ambarish Maharaj. So, Lord is the master of the pure devotees. And the pure devotees will sacrifice anything for Krishna's sake. Just like our boss Vasudev. He sacrificed 6 children to get Krishna subsequently. Similarly, they can give up anything for the sake of the Lord. They will do anything, no matter how difficult it is, they will never compromise on the devotion service. Like that, while glorifying in this way, at that time he told this famous verse, Yannam Shruti Matrena Puman Bhavati Nirmalaha. By Nama Shruti, the chitta becomes nirmal, purified, like that he says. So he could understand that Ambarish Maharaj is already purified. Therefore, he is behaving like that, like a proper devotee. So you can see that nobody likes uncleanliness anywhere. Like in the Prasadam hall, if people have just now eaten, there is rice particles, dal particles on the ground. Somebody comes running and puts their feet on there. Do they feel comfortable? Will immediately, throw water, wipe it, then put on the fan and it's dried up. Then the hall looks very neat and clean. Everybody is happy by it. It's a clean place. Just as the unclean prasadam hall is not comfortable for us and for the mind. Same, if our mind is also unclean, it produces a discomfort for us and for others also. And what is because of inviting the Lord in our heart? How can we invite Him in an unclean place? Imagine if your spiritual master is going to come to your home. One of the first things he will do, I'm sure, is to clean the house, correct? You have to prepare the house. So, in the same manner, before we can invite the Lord in our heart, we have to clean the heart. There are many songs inviting the Lord. Songs, famous song you may be knowing. Saying S.O. Nanda Kumar, R means what? R means come, in Bengali. S.O. Nanda Kumar, R Nanda Kumar. He's saying, come Krishna, come. Oh Nanda Kumar, come. Like this calling. Have Prema Pradeepe, Arti Kumar. I will perform Arti for you, the lamplight of my love. He's saying. Before that, what he's saying? Bhakti, Preeti, Mala, Chandan. What all I'll offer you? I'll offer my devotion, I'll offer my love, I'll offer you garland, I'll offer you sandalwood pearl, Bhakti, Preeti, Mala, Chandan. Tumi niyo he niyo, Chittanandan. Oh, delighter of the hearts. Take please Krishna, take. Delighter of the hearts, as there is telling. Tumi niyo he niyo, Chittanandan. So first he is offering something and then he is welcoming him. He's welcoming him. Then he's saying, Asunanda Kumar, Arnanda Kumar, Ave Prema Pradeepe Artito. So in this song, there's a welcome for the Lord. And after when you welcome a guest, generally you expect they will stay for 1 or 2 days, isn't it? But how long he says the Lord should stay? Raha Nishiden. You can stay day and night. People generally will ask you, what's your program? How many days program is it? So he is saying, you stay with me day and night. Therefore he is saying, Mama Mana Mantire. Where? In my mind temple. Mind temple. It is the temple of my mind. That means our mind is supposed to be like a, that is the whole point. And temple is supposed to be a clean place. That's what is the corollary. Mind is supposed to be a temple. Temple is supposed to be a clean place. And a clean place naturally will welcome the Lord. We say cleanliness is next to godliness. Somebody told Prabhupada. Prabhupada says cleanliness is godliness. Prabhupada said. See, pure devotee is clean, but all clean people are not pure. You wonder how it is. Like an IT company, they may keep utmost cleanliness in the office. Then, therefore, one should know that simply making the heart cleaning the heart. Then people think that you clean the office or clean the home, spick and span. But after cleaning what you do, that is also important, isn't it? There are people who may keep the home clean, office clean, and they eat flesh and drink blood, isn't it? For that matter, Hitler, he was vegetarian. You may say, how can a vegetarian behave like this? He is a vegetarian, but he killed 10 million Jews. What's the use of his being vegetarian? Isn't it? So, therefore, we have to know the purpose of keeping our heart clean is to welcome the Lord, not for any other purpose. So, I had made a seminar on this. Let us see that. So, the topic given to me was this. So, it's very close to. See, cleaning the heart to awaken love for God. That's the topic. So therefore, I am talking on this topic, how to make the heart holy. So when you talk about what does the holy heart mean, not just externally clean, but internally pure. That's the point. Free from anarthas like pride, envy, duplicity, lust, anger. Sometimes what people do, if some spiritual master is coming to home, they dump everything in one room and they put the blanket over it. Once the special master came to a house, they had dumped everything and put a blanket. The special master went to wash the hands. He slightly hit that blanket and the blanket fell down. And everything got exposed. So it is not that you maintain the impurity and just cover it up. Therefore, it is not just externally clean but internally pure. Bhagavatam Thakur says, "Oh Lord, when my heart become pure like a mirror, so that I can truly see you." Like Vijayana Jagannatha Swami, God has to reveal himself to us. Because bhakti is never achieved, bhakti is awarded. So, therefore there are three doors, body door, mind door and heart door. The body door is opened how? By keeping the body clean. Wake up early in the morning, clean the 9 holes of the body, brushing the teeth, bathing the body. And clothes have to be worn fresh. And once the speech should be clean, one should not speak bad words. And one's senses of the body should be kept clean by yoga, like what Ambarish Maharaj did. He saw the deities with the eyes and heard kirtans with the ears and smelled the flower offered to Lord with nose, eat only prasad. Then the senses are kept clean, the body is kept clean, the speech is kept clean. Similarly, there are various ways to cleanse everything in life. The money is kept clean by giving charity. The brass vessel is kept clean by pitambari, particular this thing for that. So for cleaning anything, you need a particular agent. Like if there's a ink in your shirt, it's not going away. Then you need some varnish or something to vanish it, to remove it. So for everything, there's an agent. Similarly, if body is well rested, then the body is ready for sitting and chanting peacefully. The body purpose is in the night, if you don't sleep enough, the next day morning you get up, your head is heated up. A person with a heated head will be irritable in speech and behavior. He gets angry with everybody for no reason. And if somebody has slept 12 hours in the night and slept 4 more hours in the day, there are some people who sleep like that. So Prabhupada said, such a sleep, oversleeping people, they become lazy. And people who sleep less become crazy. Prabhupada said, go beyond lazy and crazy. So lazy means tamaguna, crazy means rajaguna. Prabhupada said, we don't want lazies and crazies, he said. Sound sleep, 6 hours of sound sleep, then the body is well rested. Then the body door opens. Body door opening means the body doesn't give trouble in your chanting. Body allows you, okay, now you have rested me well, you have bathed me, cleansed me, you put on a fresh dress now, you put tilak in 12 parts of the body. Body is a temple. That's why we put tilak in 12 parts of the body. The Mayavadi is impersonalist, call the body as flesh and bone and bile and stool, and because it's put up on all dirty things in the body, it's abominable, obnoxious, it should be given up. Even the Buddhists, they meditate on a dead corpse to see the nasty smell and say how despicable the body is, abominable. So they want to get rid of bodily consciousness. But in Vaishnava path, we say Shariram Kaladharma Sadhanam. The body is a dharma sadhana. Without the body, how can you walk to the temple? How can you chant, dance? So we accept the body as a useful tool in Bhakti Yoga, in Krishna service. Therefore, we clean the body and we decorate the body in 12 parts of the body. The 12 places where we put the tilak, they are spiritual points which absorb the name which you put. Keshvaya Nama, Narayana, Madhavaya, Govindaya, Vishnuvaya, Vasudaya, Trivikrama, Vamana, Shidra, Rishikeshaya, Padmanabhaya Nama. So once you put, then you have the kavach on your body. It's like a bulletproof jeep. If somebody is going in a bulletproof jeep, somebody shoots, nothing will happen to you. So who will shoot? Maya will shoot. Maya is shooting with various allurements. Kamadev is shooting also. So in this way, in this world, there are a lot of allurements and temptations, and provoking situations. People incite anger in you by insulting you. But if you chanted these 12 names and worn the spiritual armor, then your body is protected. So in this way, body can be prepared for chanting. We sit in a erect posture. Three things should be straight line. Your two hands and your spine. Sit and see, you cannot sleep. Right? Yes. So in my college days, I used to sit next to Devamrit Prabhu those days. While chanting, slowly hand will bend like that. And then he would immediately, he would tap me in his leg. He said, this should be like a bamboo. Two bamboos, the third bamboo. He said, if you keep like this, you cannot sleep. You try this, try sleeping, you cannot sleep. So he said that's why you should sit in an erect posture, spine straight. Krishna says that. Correct? Yeah. He says in the meditation chapter, he says that how one should sit erect, he said. So then these things you do, then your body is ready. After that, we can go to the mind door. Mind, how to keep the mind clean. 10 items are said in the Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Yamaha, and then another 5. Shaucha, Santosha, Swadhyaya, Japa, Ishvara Pranidhani, Yamaha. I'll say 1 or 2 lines about each of it. Ahimsa means don't injure other living entities. Because you cannot expect that I pinch my neighbor and keep quiet and he will keep quiet. He will also pinch you back. Correct? Huh? So if you hurt others, they will also hurt us. Whatever we do for others. So it's better that we unnecessarily don't create fight with anybody else. Ahimsa means non-injury. It's not only ahimsa, not only it doesn't mean that you only don't eat meat or something. Ahimsa also means don't injure others by your speech, behavior. Therefore, Krishna says, Anudbhegagaram vakyam satyam prehitam chaya swadhyaya pyasanam chaiva vangmayam tava uchyate. 5 things he is saying. With your words, how you can avoid hurting others. Anudbhegagaram vakyam, do not speak in harsh ways to others. Satyam, speak the truth. Priya, sweetly speak the truth. Hitam, speak beneficially. Swadhyaya abhyasanam, study shastras and speak. Don't bluff. Like that, he says 5 things he is saying. Vangmayam tapa uchyate. And how can you avoid hurting others with your mind? Manaprasada samyatmam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samshuddhirityeta tapapmana samuchyate. Manaprasada means if you have satisfaction, then you will not have greed. Because if you have greed, you will compete. When you compete, you have to show violence to others. But when you have manaprasada, if you learn contentment, satisfaction, then you are peaceful. Then saumyatvam, adopt simplicity, not duplicity. People like Mantra or Shakuni, they have duplicity. Now definitely they will hurt others. If you have simplicity, that simplicity was Saral Tahi Vaishnavata, he said. So one should cultivate simplicity. That means simplicity when Prabhupada says one should always think of welfare of others. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. Sarve santhe ramaya. Like that. So mana prasada saumyatvam. Maunam. See, maunam is supposed to be in the mouth. Why is it added in the mind? You may have a question. Because mouth will not speak unless mind is active. Mind only makes the mouth speak. This is the mouthpiece for the mind. That's why the maunam is added in the mind. Prasada samyatvam maunam. Because a person whose mind is not having maunam, he will gossip about others. He will do rumor mongering. He may do backbiting, leg pulling, all those things. Or one may do debate or argumentation, fault finding, blasphemy. All these different things one will do. Mind is not calm. So mauna, practice gravity of speech. If anybody is a chatterbox, they can know only two things they have to do. Either use your chatterbox nature to constantly keep speaking about Krishna, or use your chatterbox nature to lock up your mind. Practice mauna. That's what it is. Silence is golden. It said. And my Guru Maharaj once told that silence is golden. And the real glory of such silence is to glorify the golden avatar. So, either be silent, and Pythagoras said, be silent or speak fitly. If you cannot speak fitly, be either of the two one can do. So, we should practice gravity of thought. From gravity of thought will come gravity of speech. Manaprasada samyatva mauna. Atma vinigraha means self-control. Prabhupada has given us 4 regulative principles. No illicit sex, no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling. By strictly adhering to this, one can adopt self-control. If one is not following self-control, one will become a choir's fool. One becomes foolish and creates trouble for oneself and trouble for family members, trouble for the world around, trouble for everybody. There are communities where some devotee, married man, he has a child also, but he is not self-controlled. He is unnecessarily tampering with another family, interfering with another woman, and then the person is banned from the temple, he is driven out or something like that. Then he becomes good for nothing, asana. Therefore, one should follow the 4 regulative principles. And and similarly, meat eating doesn't only mean you eat meat. Eating anything outside, which is not offered to Krishna. It is said, Annam Vishtam Jalam Mutram Yad Vishnu Rai Naivedika. It is said, food is not offered to Lord Vishnu, it is as good as stool. It is said, one should not eat anything outside. So, in this way, one should follow the 4 regulative principles and practice self-control. Atma Vinigraha. Manaprasada Samyatvam Maunam Atma Vinigraha. Bhava Samshuddhir means purification of one's existence or sanctification of one's existence. That Prabhupada explains in 16.1 to 7 Bhagavad Gita. He says, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was very cautious in dealing with king, women, anything like that. As a sannyasi, he was very strict with that principle he is telling. So one should purify one's existence. Prabhupada says, when we do sense gratification, we get purified. When we always think of welfare of others and serve others, then we get purified. So one should give up selfishness and sense-regulatory propensity, then verification. So 5 S's you can remember. What are the 5 S's? Manaprasada means satisfaction. Saumyatvam, simplicity. Maunam, silence. Atma vinigraha, self-control. And bhava samshuddhi, sanctification. You remember these 5 S's? What is the first one? Satisfaction, simplicity, silence, self-control, sanctification. So these 5 if we practice, then in this way the mind can avoid violence. So as I told you, ahimsa means don't injure other living. By following these 2 austerities of the speech and austerities of the mind, one can very easily avoid ahimsa. Ahimsa, satya means always speak the truth. Because some people tell one lie to one person, another lie to another person. Next day when they come, they forget what lie. They have to ask him what lie told yesterday. Now I can align myself with that. So if our thought, word, and deed are in one line, then there is no problem. We speak the same with everybody. So the mind won't be disturbed. Imagine, for example, you told about A to B, something bad, and now you sit to chant in the temple hall, and then A and B are talking to each other. Will our mind be peaceful? Mind will be afraid of us. They both are talking. What are they talking? If B tells A that I told about him, so mind gets disturbed. So that is why it is said we have to be thoroughly honest, be truthful always. Even if you have some problem with the devotee, don't talk about the devotee to anybody. Talk to the devotee. Talk to each other. Don't talk about each other. Generally, people don't talk to each other. Except that one person, they tell everybody. Correct? No? By that, what happens? Then the devotee hears from others that he spoke ill about me. Then his face becomes small. He becomes morose. He becomes offended. Then our Japa is also affected by that. Sakale samma korite shakati deho nataya taya bali. Sakale samma korite shakati deho What is saying here? Sakale Samman, Korite Shakti. Respect all devotees. Everybody. Sakale Samman, everybody. Is begging for the strength to respect all. And Sakale Samman, Korite Shakti. Deho na tayar. According to their position, we should respect everybody. Small or big devotee, all devotees. And and then he's saying, Tabeta Gaivo Harinama Sukhe. The chanting will be blissful for one who respects other living entities. So, in this way, ahimsa, satya, asteya means do not steal the credit that is due for others. Somebody else did the service and one takes the credit for it. That is not a good thing. Because eventually then you do some service, the credit will go to somebody else. It will not remain. So, this is a very important thing. In English we call it plagiarism. Plagiarism. Plagiarism means in DRC, in Bombay, sometimes one scientist did a very good work and he wrote a thesis. He wanted to publish a book. He gave it to his friend, please go through this and tell me any improvements I have to do. So that fellow published it in his name. Can you imagine? Not even simple plagiarism. He just stole the whole book itself and this fellow committed suicide. And it's not only once. 3-4 cases have happened there. It is actually called Anushakti Nagar. Some people named it Atmahatya Nagar. Yes, sir. Because many people committed suicide. 2-3 people committed suicide in the same time, same year. So that's because somebody has stolen their good work. So we have to be careful not to steal that which is meant for others. One time my spiritual master went to one preaching center and Maharaj went to the washroom and came out and the washroom is so spick and span. You devotees keep it so nice, very nice. My Guru must appreciate cleanliness. Then, there were some Mataji standing in the neighborhood. They were saying, thank you, Maharaj, they were saying. And the men got very disturbed because men had cleaned the. Mataji said, thank you. So the men went to the leader and said, what is the meaning of this thank you? They have indirectly stolen them. Maharaj may not know that we cleansed it. So they told the president, please go to Maharaj's room and tell Maharaj that we are the fellows who did it. Then the president said, how does it matter? Small things, trivial things don't make it big. For him it was trivial. For them, it was a big thing because they thought Maharaj has misunderstood that these ladies did the cleaning. Anyway, that afternoon, Maharaj came to see the prasadam hall. He touched all the buckets and saw it was hot. Maharaj said, very good, prasadam is hot, very nice. Then he saw the plates. Plates were so clean. Maharaj looked at his face and his face was visible. Maharaj said, today is a Monday. Yesterday, did you all have a Sunday feast? And they said, yes, Maharaj. Sunday, these people eat and it will be oily. how they have cleaned it so nice, big and span. And the men said, "Thank you, Maharaj," they were saying. So those Matatis came there, they got very disturbed. So they wanted to come running and tell thank you to Maharaj. But before that, who said thank you? Those ladies got disturbed. They went to their leader and said, Mataji, please tell Maharaj that we cleaned the plate yesterday. So in this way, this competition was going on. In the evening, Maharaj gave a lecture. After the lecture, one of those ladies was very upset. She asked the question to Maharaj, Maharaj, in this world, if we do the service and somebody else takes the credit, what to do? She asked. And Maharaj said, probably you might have taken their credit. Like that. Previous life. I don't know. Neither you can think like that. Actually, nobody told Maharaj about the whole thing, but it spontaneously came because Super Soul is in everybody's heart. Probably, and Maharaj said, probably you might have taken that credit in the previous life. It was not previous life, it was same life. Isn't it? So, Asteya means do not steal the credit that is meant for others. That also includes don't steal others' things. Don't take a car without telling anybody. Huh? Don't take anything belongs to them. One time I kept my bead bag in the temple. One time I offered obeisance, bead bag was missing. I saw one devotee was sitting and chanting with my bead bag. I forgot to bring the bead bag to temple. So don't take the things with others. Then I never remove bead bag out of my name. Don't steal things meant that is others' property and don't steal the credit due for others. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, and Brahmacharya. Brahma means absolute. Charya means like a cow is always grazing in the grass. Like that, a person who wants to advance in spiritual life, one should be grazing in the absolute. It means thinking about Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes, activities. One's absorption should be this. And a default option for a conditioned soul is opposite sex in this world. If one is not absorbed in the Lord, so one has to therefore withdraw one's mind from the material clutter and absorb it in the Lord's name, form, pastime, qualities, activity. So one should not look at opposite sex with the eye of enjoyment like the way Ravana saw, like that Srimad Ramanujacharya says. Brahmacharya means one should have chastity of eyes. Chastity of eyes means a pure eye, like Hanuman looked at Sita. Like that one should see. Prabhupada says, a woman should see all men like her son or like a father. And a man should see, except one's own wife, he should see all other women like his daughter or like a mother. So then that is brahmacharya. One can then maintain the sanctity of the eyes. And brahmacharya. And aparigraha means do not accumulate too much because one man purchased a big bungalow and the hall was like this, big hall. Wife said, now we have a big house, I'm happy, but I'm not fully happy, she said. He asked why? What is this? This house looks like a football ground, empty. Fill it up. Then they got sofa set, they got fridge, they got washing machine, they got TV, and they filled up the hall and they put what do you call it, this showcase and everything. Now the hall looked really elegant. The only problem was, one by one the machines would go on repair. Washing machine won't work, and the fridge won't work, this won't work, that won't. In this way, that fellow had to run here and there for repairing the TV and everything. So, when you increase possessions, you increase maintenance. When you increase maintenance, more time is wasted. More time is wasted, less time for Krishna. Therefore, devotees of Krishna keep their possessions less. Correct? So, because in this way, aparigraha means it's not that you cannot possess, you need a house, you need a vehicle, you need some basic things in a house. But do not expand more and more material commodities because that may hamper your bhajan. It may too much of the famous story. When Brahmachari was sitting and doing japa and his his lion cloth was bitten by a rat. Then his friend told him, if you get a cat, it will keep the rat away. They got a cat, isn't it? The cat was, while he was chanting, making sounds. Then his friend told him, if you just get a cow, cow will give the cat milk. Cat will keep quiet. So he got a cow. And then after he thought, now I can chant peacefully. But the cow started he started making sound. Then he had to get the grass for the cow. Then he started getting grass. His friend told him, he said, we keep some servant. He will bring the grass. You don't have to worry. You can just chant. So he kept some servant. But the servant was kamchor, he was not working. He was escaping from work. And then the friend said, don't worry, if you have a wife, she will take care that everything is done. So he got married. He had the wife. Now he thought I can sit and chant this. Wife said, what is this? He was sitting and chanting, who will get me sari, who will get me ornaments, who will build a house for me, and who will provide all the facilities for me. Then he became busy. Now he became Jamindar of the village. Then his Guruji came 6 months later. Is this the same place where I left my disciple? It seems that somebody has driven away my disciple and built a house here and somebody else is living. So the Guru was about to leave. Then there was one servant there. He asked the servant, is that gentleman here? He said, oh yeah, gentleman, he is the owner of the house. Then that disciple and his wife and servants became an offered obeisances. And the sage said, I told you to read Bhagavad Gita, what is happening with you, my disciple? He said, Guruji, I just wanted to get a cab for avoiding the rat, and this is history. So, isn't it? Actually, this funny story is said to illustrate the point that we have a tendency to get one thing to solve the other problem, and then it keeps on accumulating more. So therefore, aparigraha means to keep our life simple in terms of commodities, aparigraha. So these are five things. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Yamaha. These are don'ts. And then what are the do's? Shaucha. Shaucha means cleanliness. Actually, the more we are clean, the less tamaguna we will have to face. In a room, for example, there are people who keep the room like a clutter. Papers are littered. You go to hostel room of a boy, you'll see that all the clothes hanging like ghosts. You know, shoes are there, clothes are hanging, it's sandy, room is not clean, table is littered with paper. Such tamoguna. What's the problem with tamoguna? Tamoguna slows down your consciousness. When it makes you slow, it makes you lazy. And when it makes you lazy, you feel like as soon as you come to room, you feel like lying down. You don't feel like sitting and doing any work. You sleep more. Then when it makes you lazy, consciousness becomes lazy, lethargic. Then you are slow to act, we postpone things, we sleep more, and gradually we stop taking initiative. Then suddenly when examination comes, we are confused, we are bewildered, we are indecisive, we are panicky, all the tamaguna items will follow. But if you have a habit of, as soon as you get up in the morning, throw water, clean the room, take a bath, everything should be neat and clean. You keep it a place for everything and everything in its place. You keep like that. Then you will see that your mind is alert and brisk and you can swiftly take action. So therefore, first thing that is said is shaucha, clean. One should keep. You can see in the altar how clean we deal with the Lord. By mistake you touch your eyes or nose, immediately you have to ask him. Immediately. So similarly how punctual you are supposed to be. On dot on time you have to open the altar. And how attentive you should be. If you take off Krishna's flute and offer in bhoga, before opening the altar you have to make sure you put the flute back. Not that you forgot. Forget it becomes seva prarth. So one has to be attentive in service, one has to be clean, one has to be punctual, and one has to be sober also. Inside the altar, you cannot shout at anybody. Even if you are upset with somebody, you have to tolerate. Softly, you have to become upset. And then you have to say, somebody, why are you late? You cannot ask like that. Because who is watching? Krishna is watching. So it's supposed to be sober. All these good qualities are going to come when we, deal with the Lord because it's the cleanest place. So, in this way, Shaucha, Santosha means satisfaction. Actually, many of us don't see what Lord has given us. We only see what we don't have. That is why we are frustrated in life. The cause of moroseness is always seeing what I don't have. What I have, you see, oh, you will be so happy and satisfied. All of you have 2 hands and 2 legs, sure. You have 2 eyes, 2 ears, you have everything all right. Huh? So your hands, legs, your body is complete, it's full. So you should be happy about that. There are many people who are lame, who are blind, who are deaf. What about you and that? Think about it. There are people who eat food once in 3 days, and we are eating 3 times in 1 day, isn't it? Think about it. Eating a daily food. You are born in a good family. You got a good education. You come to America here. Coming to America is not an easy thing. Those families who are sufficiently economically they're sound, they only can come. It's not very easy to come to America. And you got higher education, you got a... So in this way, if you count, write down, you will write 25 items, you will write what all you have and what all many people lack in their life. Huh? When you write those things, you want to really, I never thought about these things. Then you will feel so happy. So, like one boy was crying that in one of the IITs, I asked why you are crying. He missed the Microsoft interview and he got Infosys or something else, he got another company. So he's just crying that I said many boys couldn't make it into IIT and you got IIT degree. What's wrong if you didn't get one company, you got another. So we cry foolishly for no reason. Our moroseness or our frustration is our own concoction. So therefore, one should cultivate satisfaction. And also, whenever you see somebody better than you, having facilities, amenities, going in your car, you find somebody has a big bungalow. You wonder how this fool got this big bungalow. I wish I have bungalow like this. See, understand one thing, God gives everybody according to their Purva Janma Punya. There was a Modi in Ahmedabad. Prabhupada says he had like 150,000 people working under him. 150,000 people. And he doesn't know how to sign also. Signature also he cannot put. How he gets? Because the Purva Janma Punya brings forth that. So it's not that by hard work you reach such a position. You can see this Keshamani got a grandchild now. As soon as the child opened eyes, he became billionaire. Child doesn't even know that he has become billionaire. So he has done punya and come. Why do you envy? Looking at them. So whatever you have, whatever you deserve, God has already given you. So simply enviously eyeing at others' things is foolishness, craziness it is. So therefore learn to cultivate satisfaction. Shaucha, Santosha, Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is study of the Shastra. So study of the Shastra regularly is very important. As it is said in the Bhagavatam also, Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. See, the word Nityam, what is the meaning of Nityam? Somebody says, Prabhu, I regularly come to your temple on Janmashtami days. Correct? That is also regular, correct? But whenever Shastras talk about regular, it is talking about daily. So first we should do regular devotional service and we should do constant devotional service after that. What is the difference between regular and constant? Regular means at least daily. Daily 16 rounds we're chanting. And constant devotional service means we all do 3 things in life. We do our material duties, we do our spiritual duties, and we do sense education. So constant devotional service means sense education should be nullified. Practically make it nil. And the other 2, what are they? Do your material duties and spiritual duties. That means go from one responsible spiritual duty or material duty to the next one. Material duty also devotees have to do. Like they have to build a house, they have to get a job, they have to fetch some money, maintain the family. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that is also included in devotional service. He says in one article called Sadhuvritti. It doesn't create any bhanga in your Satatam Kirtan Toma, like that he says. So, but one should not lead a extravagant life. One should lead a simple life. So in this way, to the degree we can reduce our sense gratification, our ability to progress in Krishna consciousness will increase. And our strength in devotional service will increase if we avoid sense gratification. Actually, many people become devotees, but they still don't give up watching cartoons, playing video games, doing many activities that are not devotional service. that actually makes them weak, like sprinkling water in firewood. It makes the firewood less effective in the furnace. Along with fire, it gives smoke also. To the proportion we mix sense gratification with Krishna consciousness, to that proportion we find struggle in life. Struggle is directly proportional to prapanchika sense gratification. So therefore, Shaucha Santosha. Santosha means satisfaction. Shaucha Santosha. Swadhyaya, Shastric study. So what happens by Swadhyaya? By Swadhyaya we get discrimination, Viveka Buddhi, we get the ability to discriminate what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, what is beneficial, what is harmful, what is short-term goal, what is long-term goal, what is the smaller picture, what is the broader picture of life, what to pick, what to drop. Clearly you will know the difference when you study the Shastra. You get clarity of vision, nothing clouded. So regular study of Shastra, more study and then contemplation. Shastra study doesn't mean you just, you say that this many pages of books are completed this today. Or, of course, there is one, become a sage page by page. That system was introduced by this Vaisheshika Prabhu, which is very good. If you read X number of pages every day, that's a good habit. But after reading what we should do, it's important to apply it in our life. And we also have to assimilate it. What is the meaning of assimilation? Like you eat food, food has to get mixed and then transformed into blood and go to different parts of the body and then give you strength. Not that somebody, like one fellow used to eat a big plate of food, but he always remained thin. The reason was, as soon as he eats in 15 minutes, it will come out. He will immediately release it. So it doesn't stay in the body, it doesn't sink in the body. Some people hear like this and leave it like this. They don't assimilate it. So for assimilation, there are two more steps. After Shravanam, there is Mananam and Nididhyasanam. I can show that also, just one minute. You can see this. Is it big enough? One of you read that? Take the mic.
The Swadhyaya aspect involves 5 elements.
Okay, I'll show you another point. Because this doesn't explain sufficiently. The another point explains. Read that.
Shravanam, hearing, observing, transmitting knowledge. The importance of hearing in the right source. Vaishnavas must hear from bona fide sources in the disciplic succession permitted. Ensure purity of knowledge. Authentic sources include Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Lectures from advanced devotees and acharyas. Kirtans, bhajans, and devotional songs that convey deep spiritual.
Therefore, you have to sing the bhajan along with knowledge of the meaning of it.
Harikatha, discourse.
This is hearing from advanced devotees because when you read, we are left to ourselves to elaborate on it. Whereas when you hear from devotees, when they elaborate with more depth of faith and knowledge, and that's more beneficial. Yeah. Next.
Daily practices of Shravu publications.
Yeah. Daily scriptural reading, correct? Oh, why is not coming here?
No. Daily spiritual reading. Read at least one chapter of Bhagavad Gita or section of Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Listening to lectures. Hear Srila Prabhupada's classes and senior Vaishnava discourses. 3. Attending temple classes. Participate in morning Bhagavad classes.
Hearing through Kirtan and Japa, chanting attentively during Japa, form of hearing Krishna's name. Listening devotional audio podcast, utilize technology to hear Krishna Katha throughout the day.
And don't become a slave of the technology and get buried in samsara. Okay. And then there's Yeah, by hearing the transcendental message of Lord, heart is purified. Abhadran, clearing those. Manana. Why?
It's a like
Yeah, it's coming.
man contemplation, deep reflection on spiritual knowledge. Why Manana is essential? Hearing alone is not sufficient. One must deeply contemplate on what has been heard. Mananam involves logical and heartfelt introspection to solidify faith and realization. Practical ways to practice Mananam. Daily reflection on scriptures. Read a verse and contemplate its meaning throughout the day.
Then after the class is over, while going, coming, walking, we should think about it and then look at the world around with the spectacles of that verse. Yeah.
Journaling spiritual insights. Maintain maintain a sharper journal with personal realization from reading and chanting. Discuss with devotees. Engage in Bhagavad Gita study group.
There is one Prabhupada disciple who lives in that Udupi, I think he lives, or Haripal. One husband, wife. You know, the husband, wife of Prabhupada disciple is very enthusiastic. Huh? He simply reads Prabhupada's book and with this notebook he has. He just notes down important points. And in the class, he keeps the notebook in the front and elaborates it. And he doesn't read any other book, reads Prabhupada's books. But the realizations and ecstasy are so much. Because those who identify vital points and note down, they are the people who think about it. Yeah.
Meditate on Krishna's qualities and pastimes. Reflect on how Krishna's teaching apply to daily situations.
Not only keep the Shastra in the air, bring it down to real life. Apply it. Yeah. Then role of salsa.
Devotee strengthens realization. Association with real body Vaishnavas accelerate spiritual progress.
Discussing with advanced devotees, the Shastra become very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and heart. That verse it says, it says, Rasayanam Katha, it says, Tatam Prasangan, Virya Samvido, Bhavanti Krit Karna Rasayanam Katha. It becomes a nectarian Katha. So, and then Nididhyasa. That is actually application and realization. How do we get that? Read that. See, the knowledge should not be received for knowledge's sake. The goal of studying and getting knowledge is ultimately to transform it into devotion. Yeah. Devotion. Yeah.
Practicing the daily life, chanting deep realization, chant Hare Krishna is personally present. Practicing humility and service. Develop the sacrifice and understanding, seeing Krishna everywhere. Remembering Krishna's presence in all aspects of life. Following Vaishnava education and lifestyle. Adopt the content of the true devotee. Psalm.
Yeah. So Seva Bhava and Sadhuvritti are two very powerful ways to grow our realizations. Sadhuvritti means not somebody inside, somebody outside. So proper etiquettes in dealing with devotees, respectful dealing with devotees. And Seva Bhava and service. One is towards service, another one is towards devotees. So by these two things, if we take care, then we get the vision to see Krishna everywhere. Then chanting also will understanding Krishna's presence. So in this way, okay, now let me just go back to that. It's time up now. I will try to wind up. I was telling you, Shaucha, Santosha, Swadhyaya, Japa is a chanting of the holy name, and Ishara Pranidhani is achieved by Sharanagati. And there are 6 principles of Sharanagati. By understanding them, we can do Ishvara Pranidhani. You all know that Anukulyasa Sankalpa, Pratikulyasa Varjanam. That one, Rakshasya Vishwasa. So one has to study it deeply. And then Ishvara Pranidhani is a mental disposition where at every moment we feel our dependence on Krishna. And that you ask some devotee, what's your plan? He will say, Krishna willing, I will do this. Like that they will say. Then somebody asked Bhaksan Thakur, tomorrow evening in the town hall road, there's a big hall program I heard. Is it true? He will say, yes, Krishna willing, it will be there tomorrow. Like that he will say. In every religion you'll find this. Christians say that Lord's will be, Lord, oh Lord, thou will be done, not my will. Like Arjuna said, Karishye Vachana, Mama Tava. Tava. So he told Krishna, Karishye Vachanam Tava. Muslims also say, Inshallah, they say. Which means same thing. Whatever you're saying, all religions say about this. So that is Ishvara Pranidhani, dependence on the Lord. So we will conclude with this today. Tomorrow when we come, we will go into this. What is the unholy heart? What is the holy heart? This is a very important thing. I am going to continue this theme tomorrow Bhagavatam class also. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Prabhu, I can put these notes, I can send it to you. If you can send it to all of them, if they go through it and come, no, we can go very fast tomorrow. Is it all right? So I'll just send you the link, Prabhu. How many of you are confident before sleeping tonight you will go through this once? You're sure? Oh, they're confident, no problem. Then let them finish and come once. And they'll put these 2-3 notes, you can see and come. Then tomorrow it will be easy when we discuss. The subject will be a little deeper. But if you read and come, then we can speed up the class and complete. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Even from with copyright, probably not big.
Yes, anybody has a question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can you send it in the chat? I'm not in the group.
Chat, it's here or here it's there?
Bhaktavali group is there.
Bhaktivali group, okay, I'll put it in our Sundaran Prabhu's group. I'll just put it here. Sundaran Prabhu, if I send it to you, you will send to everybody?
Sure, Prabhuji. Yes. Yeah.
I think I will put the Yugalakshmi also.
Sure. Actually, we shared it in Bhaktavali earlier also, Prabhuji, this one. Yeah.
Once I had given, I think.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
That is, that's 12 o'clock. Yeah, correct. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. Can we ask a question, Prabhu?
You can.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. Thank you very much. A very wonderful session, Prabhu.
Yes.
Speaking about how we should not expect, appreciation, like you mentioned, the example of the Prabhus and Matajis saying thank you and trying to take credit for the service. But then I have seen in numerous instances, Prabhuji, you yourself, even when, like, for example, in my instance also, when we don't deserve the credit also, you appreciate much more than what we do. But I generally take it as you're encouraging us so that we can reach that level. But why do you then appreciate? Because that creates, that may have, us hankering for such kind of appreciation in future also. So how do we balance that, and why do you appreciate when we actually need to learn not to perform seva for appreciation, but for pleasing Guru and Gauranga? Thank you, Prabhu.
See, we should perform service without expectation of appreciation. And when one does like that, then we should appreciate them because they never hankered for it. They deserve to be appreciated. So the service performer should think that I don't deserve any appreciation. Everything is done because of Guru and Krishna's mercy. But the one who gave the service, they should appreciate that you have done a very wonderful service. That's like if I do some service to somebody, I should think I only did my duty. If somebody does service to me, I should think that they did a favor. When I receive service, I should think they did a. When I do something to somebody, I should think, I did my duty. In the same manner, when we are doing our duty, we should not expect any results and anything in return. But then Guru, Krishna and Vaishnavas, they will appreciate us. When they appreciate us, we will become humble if we had no expectation. If we did service with some hankering for honor, then when they give appreciation, that will increase our false pride. So the attitude of the performer and the attitude of the service awarder, both are important. Like a service awarder should not say that, anyway, everybody is supposed to do service, you all need your service. Go now. You can't say like that. You can't say like that, oh, thank you so much. You did this service. So service awarder with proper attitude will naturally, from the bottom of the heart, they will thank with gratitude. And the service performer, they should not hanker for it. Even if their name got missed out, they should not mind it. It's all right. Ultimately, service is done, devotees are happy. Is it clear?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. But one more query here is sometimes, devotees appreciate us for much more than what we know, what is the kind of effort we have put in. But, too much of appreciation over and above what has actually happened, it looks more like how do we take it and how do we apply it in future service, Prabhu? Especially when we appreciated more than what we deserve.
Okay. In case they gave more appreciation, like what the Pritha Maharaj did, you can do. He denied it. He refused to accept. He told the gods that, hey, I have not even done anything before that we have glorified me. Yeah. Allow me to do some service, then if you glorify, it will be some meaningful, like that he said. You can also say the same thing. Isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Next.
Prabhu, there's a question in the talks by Jacob Prabhu. So
Here locally also there's a hand up. Who is that? Yeah, there's one devotee. Go ahead, bro.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Prabhu, question is regarding Mananu Nidhi that you mentioned. It's very easy for doing stubborn. Saying that doing it on a daily basis. How do we practice it on a daily basis? Because that's not that happens in our system.
Oh, actually, we should make a conscious attempt to do this manana. Only then it will happen. Any good activity, we have to make a conscious attempt. That's why I am sending this notes to for devotees. I will send to English book. I'll put it in your email. It's all right. Just what is this mananam? What is to be done? How do we do that? This thing you can check it and make an effort. We should definitely make an effort. So I put 3 notes. They will all have little additional information. Okay, and then how to make the heart holy. That also. So you can circulate everybody. How will you? You can from here. You can put it in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay. Now, Nityasan. Once you do for a few days, that becomes habit for you. No? You will never hear a class without thinking. Therefore, once Gurujan Prabhu came to Pune, he read the sloka and then he read only 2 lines in the purport and he asked a question. After 3, 4 more lines he read and then asked a question. Now everybody became alert now. He is not only that, he pointed finger also. Please can answer it like this. Everybody's ears became like this. What's the next point? They became very alert after that. So he said, I know very well, if I read the full purport, you will switch off. Generally, people think class begins then, after that, purport is correct. No? So he said, I want you to listen to the purport. So that is why the Manana Mandal happens when we are very attentive. attentive to the purport. We have to be present, fully present, hear it, think about it, and also consider related examples. Like I am giving one example, another example may come in your mind also, parallelly. And how does it relate to my life? How does it relate to the lives of the other devotees and the outside people? So one should think about it, contemplate, analyze, compare, contrast. One should do these things. Only then contemplation happens. Like, the 12 lanes of Shastric study, no? That personal application, teaching application, theological application. So those things, if we do, the contemplation is activated. Then the last column is F plus C, faith and conviction. M plus M, mood and mission. And RFL, responsibility for learning. SC, Shastra Chakshus. Then authority, academic authority, moral integrity. All these things come in the faith thing, value. That is the deepest thing. So begin with knowledge, then skills, then values. Totally 12 items are there, 12 aims of Shastric study. So when we study these 12 aims very thoroughly, I have put it in my channel also. If you go and put, I think you will get it, I think. If you just put 12 aims, I think it should come, I think. 12 aims of Shastric study. Long before I had put that. What else? Yeah, I'll find it. So that's a very important topic there. We learned it in the Bhakti Shastri. I'll find out where it is. Surely it is there, but I'll just show you in the PPT, I'll show you. See? Correct. Bookish knowledge and Shastra Chaksha, I think it is. Bookish knowledge. This one. Okay, how to read and make notes from Prabhupada's book. That's also a good one. There are two parts in that. How to read and make notes from Prabhupada's books. That also I speak a little bit about that. So, that is the PPT. That also I can put it in our Yoga Vishal Prabhu's thing, I think. That is the PowerPoint. See, these are the 12 names which I've shown you. And these are in 3 categories: knowledge, skills, and values. This is the way it is. So our contemplation is activated if we go in this direction. Go from knowledge to skills, skills to values, and attitudes. We'll develop. This also I can put it. Very good it is. Each is elaborately explained. Okay? First is theoretical knowledge, see? That becomes application. When you apply it, it becomes understanding. See, theoretical knowledge became understanding. And then further it will come, if you see how to do Mananam. It's more elaborate. I think this also I can put, I think. Learn, it's called the LCD formula. Learn, commit, do. That's how we grow. See, now when you go to values, it becomes realization. You see, no? Knowledge doesn't remain knowledge. And when you apply it, it becomes understanding. And when you live it, it becomes realization. Then you can easily apply it in day-to-day life. See, Prabhupada is so powerful. He lived with such realization. See? So I can give this also. Each of it is explained here, okay? I think I'll put it in. Yeah, this also. I don't know. So two mails I'm sending you, Prabhu. Huh? You should one. This is one mail, Sadhu. Okay, I have put this also. Okay. Now we should conclude. It's late. There's a program at 12 o'clock. If anybody has time, you're welcome. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki. ki. This contemplation thing also, if you all read and come, tomorrow it will be very helpful. Because now, on and Shravana, both I'll pick more elaborate. If you read these notes once you go through it and come, it will be very helpful. You will quickly appreciate these points. Thank you very much.